So as you can see, I wanted to kind of try to break HOI4 by putting the most neutral, peaceful country in charge of all the inland states. They don't have any coastal provinces, but that's fine. The biggest thing is I want to try to not have a World War II, if that's possible. I mean, there's still going to be some conflicts, just going to be very minor. Now, I don't think this is going to go to their head. I mean, technically, they could just try to take over the rest of the world. They already have a majority of it right now, so I guess we'll see if they get corrupted. Skinny Mustache Boy is probably still gonna go after Poland and maybe even the Dutch. He could still do actually a lot of damage if he wants, but then the UK will likely come down here and slap him because they didn't lose that much land. Well, I mean, at least in the British Isles, because they actually did lose a lot in terms of their colonial power. They're looking pretty weak, but this part of the world was pretty much untouched. Not that that matters. We're about to see exactly how effective the Swiss will be, at least in terms of the Spanish Civil War. They're gonna be chilling here, doing their thing, observing, and actually, I think there's gonna be a lot less casualties. I actually wouldn't be surprised if no one ends up winning, or at least for like several years, because I don't know what you're gonna do with all this. I'm gonna keep my eye on this government building just to make sure all the new power doesn't, I don't know, mess with their head. I don't think they'll change ideologies, but you never know. They're definitely about to be an industrial powerhouse. Over 600 factories. I don't even know what you guys are gonna make over here. Accordions. Franco's not looking too good. He's definitely getting pushed back, and he doesn't have much more territory left. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, this is gonna be tough to get through, though. Hey, German buddy, just to let you know, you probably don't need an Autobahn. It's not necessary. You lost like 70% of your territory. You just use boats. You know, I'd be pretty afraid if I was Yugoslavia. They are not that much powerful than Albania. If they're not careful, they might get taken out. Oh, and of course, the world is mostly in no factions now. Obviously, and the other factions, they're looking real weak. Here's the first offensive war, and I have no idea what they're thinking with this. Have fun trying to get there. And interestingly, they are gonna have Yugoslavia on their side. So did they join the Axis as well? Oh, so they did. They haven't gotten Benito yet, which actually, he's the most powerful in Europe right now. Most powerful fascist, that is. So we'll have to kind of see what he does here. He might just kind of do his own thing and really just get that Roman boner ready. Yeah, no, I was wrong about this. That was a pretty typical Spanish Civil War, ended around the same time. I don't know what Switzerland's doing. You're supposed to stop this. Next up, we got a little Eastern conflict, and I do mean little. I feel very bad for the Chinese. Oh, and it looks like the UK is about to decolonize. At least that's the gist I'm getting with Northern Ireland uniting. That would make things really interesting, especially in like Africa. And if we're lucky, we might even see France do the same. And that would be some real interesting borders. Because they're both like weaker, does that have any say in it? Like their decision making. So it's happening. India got their independence. I wonder if the Swiss had any say in this. They probably really like Gandhi. That they both seem very alike. Besides the nuke part. We have a new East Asian team, and they have only their own little puppet. They only have one now in that team, by the way. They're not doing naval invasions against China, which is kind of weird. This is not a very effective plan, just move like that. Don't do it, buddy. No, trust me here. That's a bad idea. Not in this universe. I know you love killing yourself, but please not here, Adolf. Poland has decided to join the Allies, which is kind of unfortunate. It could have been cool if they, you know, did their little Polish team with these three. They could have done pretty well against the Axis. Oh, Neptune. Papa, don't. Please, Papa, don't do this. He can't resist. Trust me on this. They will yodel you to death. Wow. Wow. I don't even know how to respond to this anymore. I know that you were denied into the art school, but that was several decades ago. Please, you don't have to kill yourself in every universe. Well, weirdly, I don't know how prepared they are for this. I don't know how many troops they have. I don't know if they're distracted by all their new gold, but you gotta protect yourself here a little bit. And especially against Benito, because he's the real threat here. He joined the Axis, and he could mess you up. I can't believe I'm saying that with a straight face. Oh, this could be bad. Oh, this is looking really bad. They only have 89 divisions. What have you guys been doing this whole time? And if the Soviets attack too, that's a bad combination. And now they gotta worry about the anime warriors popping up behind them and saying, haha, nothing personal, kid. They took all the Chinese coastal provinces, so that's bad. It's all hitting the fan. Okay, yeah, that's not good. The Swiss did join the Allies, even though none of those members could really help you out that much here. But his situation isn't that much better either. At least this territory is kind of screwed here. A little bit better this way. I mean, he can attack from the north down, and he also has Siberia, which it could be filled with gulags. I don't know if that's gonna be a distraction. The Axis is actually making a lot of progress here in Yugoslavia for some reason. I guess the Germans have most of their troops here, kind of, and the Italians. Oh, we got a couple new members here in South America. I think at least 4. I mean, not gonna make a huge difference, but it was kind of weird how fast it came. Actually, you know what? It could make a difference because how is Switzerland gonna be able to defend this stuff? Because clearly they ain't worried at all about the East. They have like 4, maybe 5 divisions here. I know they were down to like 80 too, so they've been losing a lot. Oh, now it's down to 74. Okay, so they're having some issues. Obviously in industry, they should be fine, but Other things, not so much. There goes Germany, which is kind of nice, although they were in a really tough spot. It's gonna be the other two they gotta worry about. At least for now, Hirohito will be a bit distracted, going after this warlord down this way. Won't be super easy. I mean, no, it's pretty easy. Random little war down here, not really gonna make much of a difference unless maybe they join the Axis. And Venezuela's doing pretty good with this territory. They're definitely pushing down. Peru, not so much. The Soviets are putting in work against my spirit nation. Come on, daddy, I thought you loved me. Don't do this to me. You know this is my favorite place. Oh, it's because no one is trying over here. Like, I don't see anyone trying to defend this stuff. You guys, this is important. I know that they do also have to make sure their capital doesn't fall. Kind of a big deal, but come on. You can't send something? Oh, in case anyone's wondering, of course Switzerland has nothing protecting this stuff. At least in the west and a couple of the other areas. Like, how could they, really? I mean, they could just build and train stuff here. North America should be fine either way. It's, yeah, it's this part they gotta worry about. And there goes more coastal stuff for Japan. This is starting to look horrible. I don't know if the Japanese are maybe thinking about attacking. Kind of looks that way, and that would be kind of the final nail in the coffin. You wouldn't stop them. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's already looking like a disgusting rash over here, so you definitely gotta get that checked. 2 different lands now, just separated. That's a bad combination. It's manpower. Like, that's got to be their big issue, because, you know, a lot of this stuff isn't actually theirs. That's causing a lot of problems. Come on, guys. I mean, for the love of God, at least do it for the chocolate. We're gonna need to keep that chocolate. The tips are now touching, even though Germany capitulated. This is their land still. The Soviets and the Italians. Luckily, they're not like any risk to lose their capital. And actually, you know, Mussolini might die here soon. That's huge news. Wow, they got lucky. Okay, so the Axis have been knocked out, which it isn't a big deal because it's really the Soviets you gotta worry about. France took 2 states and a bunch of places were puppeted. I don't know by who. This is a democratic faction. What are the Allies thinking? That's kind of aggressive of them. Germany is now a puppet to Switzerland, and Italy, who's become democratic, is a puppet to France, which they're stronger than France, so that could cause tension. Not a big deal. Weird. What is Brazil thinking here? Or actually, I know what they're thinking. They want to go after this stuff, I guess, but is that necessary? Come on, guys, right now. Ouch. Okay, things got slightly better for a second there, not as much anymore. Not that Republican Spain's gonna be that much of a threat. Still, you're gonna be fighting 2 different fronts, and you kind of just need to focus on this one. And unsurprisingly, with the conflict in South America, they've joined the Comintern, which is a result of the Dutch joining the Allies. Yeah, whatever. I actually didn't even realize that Peru's still kicking. They still are on the Axis. How did they get away with that? I mean, no one took any territory from them, so it makes sense. And the US is here to save the day. So that is a big deal. Not sure if they needed the help, which they might not anymore. Colombia also joined Switzerland. So yeah, Canada's not involved. Canada and South Africa are the only 2 that didn't help the UK. Luckily, India, Australia, and New Zealand still did. Oh, Malaya didn't join. Okay, I mean, that's fine. They didn't really make a big difference. Also, Siam joined Japan. This is gonna be real bad. Again, I'm just waiting for Hirohito to attack. Stalin looks like he still definitely outnumbers everyone over here. I mean, at least kind of, they have over 100 divisions. Maybe the US could possibly change that up. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna go out on a limb and kind of say, by this point, Switzerland did not prevent a world war. Actually, maybe even the exact opposite. This could turn out far worse because if the communists get all this land, I don't want to say game over, but it's kind of. Strangely, the only place over here defending this stuff is the Philippines. Pinoy Pride, I really thank you guys for trying, but maybe just go home. Oh, that might lead to something terrible. Portugal's not a part of the Allies yet, but it's starting to look like that. Why are you guys gonna do that right now? Is that a smart idea? No, I'm telling you right now, that's a stupid idea, even though Oman's dead. You're playing with fire here. Oh, never mind. That's how this is gonna go down. Not Portugal. Portugal wasn't invited to any team. Maybe they will be now. But yeah, they're going after the Philippines, which called in the US. They're going after Switzerland now. Might be a little too late. I mean, it would have been better if you did it a little bit quicker. You could get more Chinese territory, but a lot of it's already gone. Oh, and now you decide to do it. Okay. I mean, it might have been better for you to hold up. I don't know, whatever. Okay. Brazil's kind of down here kicking booty, by the way. They're doing a lot. They're just taking back their Amazon rainforest. They really want that back. I guess the new Switzerland of this universe is like the Nordic countries as well as the Baltic and Iceland, Ireland. So yeah, the neutral countries still kind of doing their thing. Spain is actually doing a lot more damage than I thought. They've already taken back their old territory. They're not going after Portugal and even pushing into France. How about you guys do something, Turkey? I know you guys got some divisions over here. You're not looking that weak. That's sweet of you to help out Greece. Wow, someone screenshot this. This is a miracle. Ouch, and that kind of hurts. I mean, not a big deal because they weren't that powerful anyways, but yeah, they're now at war with Japan. They're gonna die. Kind of confused about this. I'm not sure what happened. Is that like the remainder of the Axis? I think so. China was liberated. How? Okay, so I guess that war is over now, and China's back for some reason. What? I'm not even gonna ask any questions. Let's move on. Some bad things are definitely happening that is going way over my head. South Africa after the UK? Why? Also, France became the commune of France, so they might be joining the communists here soon. Actually, no, they're still part of the Allies. If it was a civil war, then maybe, but yeah, I don't really know how it works. Speaking of civil wars, though, Mexico's going through another one, and oddly enough, they joined the Japanese. That was a horrible idea. South Africa should have a field day down here. They're not a part of any faction yet, but, or maybe they just became part of one. Yeah, they're gonna take out Portugal. UK can't really protect this stuff. I don't know if they're gonna get to the French areas. And Spain is dead. So that's a huge victory that they really needed. Now they can just kind of focus on like Eastern Europe, which is getting slightly better. Maybe. There we go. So South Africa joined the Comintern, but then they let Brazil lead that faction. That doesn't make any sense to me, but maybe they don't have much faith in the Soviets anymore. Well, China thinks they can try again, which is amazing. I don't know why they would do that. You shouldn't even be alive, first of all, but okay, just die again. Who released the Republic of Slovenia? That is an odd one. Can't say I've seen that before. Well, they're democratic, not for too much longer. Also, they gave South Tyrol to Germany, just because. You know, surprisingly, this Mexico didn't do quite as bad as I thought. And it's partly because the US is not very powerful, and for some reason the Swiss didn't join in. But yeah, they're gonna die now, and Mexico, by the way, the other side is democratic. And that Soviet luck is starting to finally run out. Maybe it's not the winter, they can't rely on meat shields. Maybe they ran out of people, I don't know. Yemen with the reverse card. Oh man, maybe they'll have to draw 2 or 4, I don't know, this is a bad idea. India is growing a very interesting coastal empire. Now they have Siamese territory. I like this. I imagine like a weird merchant republic or something. And welcome to the new Swiss world, dominated by Switzerland. Not that much happened in the peace treaties, except for like Japan was puppeted. South Africa was just annexed by Portugal. That's kind of amazing. I haven't seen them do that. This is kind of restored to normal. Everything looks just as disgusting as it's ever looked. Brazil, for some reason, was kept alive, and they're still communists, so that is odd, but whatever. And then for the North America, it's fine. I mean, Mexico's still democracy. Canada, kind of disappointed in you guys. You didn't join in, but whatever. Oh, and France is kind of keeping the communists alive. So they do have a couple puppets, surprisingly. I mean, I think they're still part of the same team though, right? You guys are chill? Oh, no, not really. They did leave the faction, but you guys ain't gonna stop no one. They might not have prevented World War II from happening, but they did keep the world safe. They ended up getting the job done, and they did it peacefully. Remember, they didn't do any offensive wars themselves, so I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. They stayed true to themselves. Almost. Kind of. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Big thanks to Elphie C, Elijah Senpai, Ruserification, SwissAargau, Maxy G, King Solomon, Ben Moke, Galli, TannerOfNazareth, Furry Cruz, MisterPERKELE, CooterDonkey, Braden Hinkle, Destiny 9000, MegaFatBoi, A Sneaky Gengar, Battle Buddy 1847, James Miller, Mike S is gay, Sleeper 56, Huey Long Dong, and Alfonso M6, Millatime, Double Books, Kaybby, Mymainmanmanny. Thank you.